Hello Leo, welcome back to Path of Enlightenment Tarot. For those of you returning to the channel, welcome back. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I am Nicole. Leo, this is going to be your weekly reading. This will be for November 27th to December 3rd. Did a video for you guys, nothing but issues trying to upload it. So to me, that's Spirit's way of going, scrap it, whatever, start over, and I did. So here we are. Leo, this will be for your sun, your moon, your rising, and your Venus cross watcher. If that is you, welcome to the channel as well. Guys, always discern the messages, reverse the roles as it applies. Quickly, thank you to all the new subscribers. Those of you who have stuck around, donated, booked personal readings, likes, shares, subscribes, all those great things. So thank you for the comments and all. Leo, the intuitive message I got before I turned the camera on is, you know something, but you don't know what it is that you know. So we're going to see how that plays out here, but it was very interesting. So it's like Spirit just said, you may be onto something. So if there's something that's in your, like, your world this week that is, it almost feels intuitive. Okay, I'll put it that way. It almost feels intuitive. Like, you know, it's that feeling that you get when you know something and you're not sure what's happening, but something's going on. That's how this feels to me. So we're going to pull the cards, see what comes up, and go from there. But very, very, it's like, it's like the dog on the hunt. And that may have been you guys, that reading that I did the other day for you, and it just would not upload. So we'll see what's happening here, okay? All right, Leo. That's, oh my goodness. You guys are like biting at the bit. It's something here. There's something, there's a lead, there's a knowledge, there's a knowing, there is this, you guys are almost very, very smug, but in a good way, if that makes sense. Like somebody could be saying something to you and you're just kind of looking at them going, so that's your perspective. Something's off. You're not telling me the whole story. That's really how that feels to me. Oh my goodness, cards are flying there we go. Seventh chakra, you know something. You're connected, right? You're connected to some kind of knowing here. You guys are very, very powerful right now. Lots of purples. Loyalty to the self, Spirit said. Loyalty to the self. Spirit saying straight and clear knowledge of something. If Leo, I cannot specifically remember what came out in the other reading, but energetically I feel like this is the same kind of energy, but in a different way. You are not getting the whole story. You're not getting the whole story about something, and you're aware of that. Normal connotation of, if nothing around you is changing, then you have to be the change. And I feel like that's coming for you. Next couple of weeks, that might be coming in for you somehow. We'll see. We'll see here. One more card for Leo, please. Healer of the Ages. Underlying that, the garden and the gate. It's a hangout mode kind of thing. Lots of yellow, lots of purple energy here. Solar plexus, seventh chakra, the crown. Something, you may feel like something is challenging you. And to look at these cards, I typically would not get that. But with this Healer of the Ages, and the way the intuition is coming in here, the way Spirit is guiding me, it's like okay, here's where we are. It's an acceptance of where you are, and now deciding what you're going to do about it, where you're going to go, how you're going to go forward. And I do believe you guys in the overall are trusting your intuition, because it's a gut pull. It's that inner knowing. It's something speaking to you saying that whatever this situation is that's caused you to pause and go, wait a minute, you're in tune. You're on to something. Like I said, you are on to something here. So let's dive in here and clarify and see what else is going to show itself. So you're ready for some change, Leo. You're ready for a change in something, whether this is work, love, life. It doesn't matter. But you know, it's like you're the one who has to pull the trigger. You're kind of lit up about whatever this is, because now that you know something that you didn't know, or you know that you know something, you're not sure exactly what that is. You know that regardless, there's a way out of a situation. All right. So what is this man holding coin about? So it's kind of like it's lighting you up. There is the 6 of Wands, the 9 of Wands. Could feel like a hard decision you have to make. You could have put a lot of work and effort into something that was pertaining to your 10 of Pentacles as it was showing itself. But you also know that on the other side of this, you may have to put in more work, more effort. You might be tired from putting in the work and the effort, but I think you also know that you're almost ready to do that. Like, you're like, yeah, it's kind of like resolving yourself to, this is going to be more work. This is going to be X, Y, and Z. I need a minute to breathe, but when I'm ready, I'm going to be ready to go. Okay, so let's see, Leo. Man holding a coin. What is this for Leo this week? Please, Spirit, November 27th through December 3rd. My nose. All right. 3 of Wands. These cards aren't coming out very good. There's a hesitancy. That's been like the key word today. Hesitancy and patience. Oh, there are two more there. 3 of Wands. Ace of Swords. I keep seeing that energy come out in these readings this week. 3 of Cups. Waiting. There could be a grand exit, honestly, in relation to 3 people here. Not just yourself, but other people. You could also be communicating with other people about this energy, about new beginnings, because I feel like this is work related, Leo. It doesn't have to be, but it feels that way to me in some regard here, or some working area where you're having to collaborate with other people. You're having to, it's teamwork skills. It's really like giving and going, okay, everybody's making a plan is how this is coming in. Waiting on that truth. Waiting on, like, I feel like whatever this is gives you the upper hand. It may give 2 other people with you the upper hand, a part of a group that you're with. It gives you the upper hand. So that 3 of Wands is a period of waiting for your ships to come in, right? But you also are, again, it doesn't feel bad. It feels like, once I have this truth, once something is acknowledged, once something is communicated, there's reason to carry on. There's reason to be happy. I can't help but feel like for some of you that there's an exit in a situation, whether it's a position into something else, whether it's a move, whatever this is. I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. Extra confirmation of that. You've got the 3 of Wands, 3 of Cups, the Empress. She is number 3 in the major arcana, so 333. Pay attention, and then you've got this Garden in the Gate, which is a 30, which breaks down to a 3. Pay attention to your prayers and affirmations. To me, 3s are answered prayers. So it's like something that you've been hoping for, something you've been wishing for. If you've been collaborating with other people, you may start to see some results coming in, or you're waiting on some information or knowledge, maybe a loan and approval, something that is going to give you the okay to move ahead and do something else. But I do feel like there's a little bit of energy coming in from somewhere that when you're in that, I know something, you could be dealing with somebody or a situation that you feel is not being transparent with you in the negative sense. It's a little underhanded kind of vibe I'm getting, not entirely, but a smidgen, okay? But this puts you in a position of power, all right? 7 of Cups, I've seen that time and time again here in these readings today. What is this for Leo, the 7th chakra? I said about this exit, right? Even though I don't have any cards necessarily of exit, 3 of Wands, yes, you could consider it some sort of exit, waiting to make that exit. As I said, you could be one of 3 people. There may be a confusion if this is around love. You could be toning it down to one, like if you've had your pick of the litter, we'll call it, right? You could be honing in on one specific thing that you want to or one specific person that you want to commit your energy to. The 7 of Cups, the Hierophant card of Taurus there, and the 2 of Cups, 5 of Wands underneath that. If this is like a third party kind of situation where you've got 3 or more people involved, a triangulation of situations, somebody could end up making a move that you're not expecting. So let's just say, this is maybe not the best example, you have 3 people leaving a position at work, like, you know, we're all fed up, we're all tired, we're all over this, waiting to see if they're going to give us raises. If they're not going to give us raises, then we're all out. 2 of you end up making an exit. That third person kind of bails on you and goes, well, never mind, I've changed my mind. So it's kind of like that feeling, like there's going to be 2 people here that are willing to make a higher commitment into something, whereas another person is kind of like, well, I'm still confused, and they don't follow their gut. They're not following and knowing. The knowing that you have may be tied to that person, that they're not going to stay true to their word. They're not going to, that they too may know something that you don't know. You know they know something. They're not spilling the beans, right? They're not giving you all of the information that they should be if they're a part of a situation. So, and that they may leave you, 10 of Swords, here we go. 5 of Swords, the Star, you're meant to move on from that situation. 10 of Swords, you could feel backstabbed, betrayed. 10 of Wands and 5 of Wands. If they were playing a part or a role in something that they were taking on some sort of responsibility, this responsibility may end up falling on you at the end of the day, and that can make you feel some kind of way, okay? You may not be real happy about it or something to that effect. Spirit just said some of you could also be dealing with co-parents, or they were supposed to take on some additional responsibility. They're bailing. So, take a look at your life, what's going on. Where is it that somebody is just not being transparent, maybe not holding up their end of the bargain? That could be that knowing, like, I knew this wasn't going to be the way they put it to me. I knew this wasn't going to be as clear and as transparent as they tried to make it appear to be to me. This Healer of the Ages is almost like an acceptance of a situation, going, okay, this is where we are. Now what are we going to do as far as moving forward goes? Spirit just said you will leave this situation behind you moving forward. So with this Gemini, said this a couple of times today too, and even this week, a lot of control tactics, trying to, hold on to the way we deal with things. Some confusion around this is 7 of Cups. I think it's popped out in damn near every reading I've done today. Just all of these things, this duality, this back and forth kind of stuff, and this person or situation could have been back and forth for some time, and you do feel like you're gaining the clarity around it. It's like they're finally showing their hand. All right. This Healer of the Ages. 3 of Swords and the two of Swords. We'll go with that. Okay, fine. The Lover's card there. Again, 3 going down to 2. I'm going to reiterate that just because I said the 2 of Swords came out of my mouth, and the Lovers is a choice as well, right? Not just partnerships. So I do feel like that once this third party is removed, though, there will be some healing that takes place as a result of this. The Devil, the 4 of Swords. Yeah, healing toxicities, walking away from situations that are not serving of you. You could have felt chained to a job, a situation, a person, a responsibility that really wasn't yours to begin with. Seeing yourself on the outside of this and doing the work on the self to move forward from this situation. Queen of Wands is trusting your intuition, right? Knowing that you're, she's like, I see her as like a step down from the High Priestess, because she's really freaking aware. The Moon coming in here. You're, again, an acceptance of a situation, healing a situation that you did not quite see. A couple things. You may be dealing with a Cancer. You could be dealing with a Pisces. I'm getting heavy Cancerian energy. Capricorn, Taurus as well. this situation ran a lot deeper. It's kind of like you're seeing the two faces, and you talk about the duality, the twins of the Gemini, and no offense to my Geminis out there, if you even have Gemini in your chart, I do. They do. Like, which side of them are you going to get? My kiddo's a Gemini, my cat's a Gemini, like, I'm surrounded by them. But you don't know what side of it you're going to get, and I feel like that was the thing that you were trying to figure out, is what side of something you were going to end up getting and having to deal with. I do think there's disappointment attached to the truth of the matter when it comes to this situation. But Leo, I feel like this is a temporary thing. This was like a small lesson in dealing with other people, a small, it could be a big deal in your everyday world, but I feel like in the overall scheme of things, in 5 years, it's not going to matter. In 2 years, 6 months from now, it might not even matter. But it's just like, okay, I learned. You'll be distancing yourself from this person or this situation, and it's going to be like looking back and it'd be like, well, good riddance. See ya. Adios. I'm so glad I didn't have to deal with that. I'm so glad I didn't have to do that. I'm so glad that I didn't make that move. It feels like you're actually being kind of, like you are being supported, not kind of, you are being supported by the universe to kind of avoid this disruption, this ruckus that wouldn't be necessary because of somebody else's stupidity. Call it for what it is, okay? So I don't feel like this is the biggest heartbreak and loss you've ever sustained, because it's forcing you to heal certain, spirits call it working dynamics. So, you know, you place that where it goes, but yes, trust your intuition on this, because you do know that something is off. You do know that something is not quite as clear cut as it needs to be, because someone is withholding. They're holding back on something. It's like, oh yeah, go ahead, jump. It would be like them sending you out on that boat that they know was just, I don't know, broken somehow last week, and it's like, it's running a risk. And they're trying to play it safe, but, you know, them not taking the risk to move forward is ultimately putting them in danger. I hope that makes sense the way I'm explaining that. If they had the courage and the gonads to move forward, you know, it's like they're going to miss an opportunity somehow that you're not as a result of this. They think they're saving themselves. This could be like somebody who likes to brown nose at work too. That's like, I'm going to kiss the boss's ass, right? Instead of leaving, and then, you know, 6 months later, the business gets shut down anyhow. So then now they're still without a job, but you've already had that 6 month advance to move on and get yourself restabilized. So it's kind of like that energy that's playing out here. Like they think they might be one-upping you and protecting themselves, and ultimately, like, they're doing themselves in because they didn't trust their gut, and they were a little deceptive about a situation. So I hope that's making sense for you guys. But yeah, trust what you know to be true, but you're about ready to make a move. You're definitely about ready to make a move here. Advice for Leo. Patience. Believe that you having patience through a situation and not showing your own hand is going to be the thing that protects you right now as well. So you're doing the right thing here, Leo, whatever this is. Pivot. I'm telling you, you're going to make a move, and there it is, miracles. You're going to be ahead of the game, like I just said. Just trust that this process that's working out. Stay quiet, stay to yourself, do what you need to do, but you are making true and correct moves. Pay extra attention to the big and the small things that are happening in your world too, because even if it doesn't feel like it's massively pivotal in a given moment, all of a sudden, like, you're there. Like, you're going to see it all of a sudden. Celebrate and resolution. Again, you're going to be ahead of the game. Step into your bravery, power on, move forward. You know, take the risk, jump in, make the moves, because I do think that you are going to be very happy even 6 months out from making these moves. So, you know, we're moving into the new moon, new beginnings, new possibilities, new potentials, getting out of this crazy ass Gemini moon we've been under, finding the resolve in it, and being able to celebrate the decisions and the successes that you're making at this time. You're going to be able to really embrace that in due time. 6 months out, that would put us at the full moon in Sag, full moon in Scorpio, Sag. something like that, right around that time frame. So that whatever you're working on now, we'll call it come to that culmination. That's 6 months out. We go back 6 months, look at where we were, look at where we are again. And I use the exact term of, you know, maybe 6 months later, this business closes down, this person is now without a position, and you're already ahead. You'll see how that plays out in due time. But this week is like sitting with what it is that you know, allowing it to show itself. And in the next couple of weeks, you're going to be able to make a really good decision based on what you need to do for yourself moving forward. Change is a coming. All right, Leo, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you guys for taking the time out of your day to watch me and spend some time with me. It's greatly appreciated. Personal readings are open and available, and the information can be found in the description box below, as well as the About section of the page. HolisticallyZenWV.com too for a full list of products and services. Wishing you guys the best, and I'll see you soon for the December reads. Bye.